Hi, so what we're going to do today is a quick reading for healers, light workers, starseeds. As I say, we're going to go through a lot of healing stages for the collective in many ways. Before we do, I'd like to address a couple of things that my spirit guides have been guiding me towards for about 3 or 4 years now. So it's becoming apparent in some areas, not all mediums, I'm not talking about now. I'm just talking about a few of the darker energy readers out there that are copycatting me essentially at the moment. And perhaps, you know, for many reasons, one being my twin flame, using dark, what they're doing is they're draining me down and using dark magic on me, like I said yesterday. But it's not just that. They're draining me down to tarot read people around me. Leo, my best friend Joanne. Virgo, my daughter, and, you know, my best friend Jim and my father. Taurus, my husband Adam and my mother. Aquarius, my son. Scorpio, Sagittarius, my twin flame. Capricorn, somebody I used to work with. Aries lady, somebody I used to work with who actually was bullying me. So first of all, just to let those readers know, you've been caught out in the act of draining me down, taking my energy, copycatting me as a medium, stalking me on my pages, and also telling a pack of lies to other people out there. Now, what I'm good at is not picking up in others' readings what's being said. I'm good at picking up on the motives of what's not being said, the alternative motives behind it all. And to say I'm far from impressed is a better word. We can class you down as haters and also copycatters, you know, as who'd have thought all these readings for Pisces, by the way, that have been coming across with a tower moment. Who thought in the end that tower moment would actually be a reader named Tower Moment? And he correctly picked up on the amount of haters that have been attacking me spiritually, psychically, using dark magic, using dark tarot readers to get information to drain me down. So like I said to you yesterday, there is a lot of good mediums out there who've been under psychic attack by these mediums for alternative motives and alternate motives. One of them being, you know, they either want to steal something from you, steal your energy. They're either being paid to make money, you know, and we've got some great confirmations coming through from so many mediums right now, all across the world on this subject. And it's those particular mediums that, first of all, I would wish to thank, working alongside me in connecting the dots to all of this and what's been going on in terms of the corruption ring having a spread out into the entertainment industry, let's say, you know, and lies being spread about me via, you know, people that mused off me that didn't necessarily get my story right. Talking more of the Capricorn gentleman now, but also made a lot of money out of people while I was trying to save a lot of vulnerable young children, maternity scandal, disability ring, the corruption ring rather, the maternity, the disability and mental health corruption scandals in the UK. Obviously, you know, with the energy of my mediumship, some people are looking to steal that. These are the things my guides picked up on as I was, you know, before my cancer diagnosis, whilst I was healing, and I was sent off to investigate, not just to get to the bottom of the paedophile ring in Shropshire and, you know, combine a holistic method for cure for cancer, but also to get to the bottom of a corruption ring around the planet and where people need to start making changes. That even includes sometimes in the mediumship community. So for the great readers that are confirming so much, as my guides give me the information, like I say, I go to other readers as well for a treble confirmation. and things that are being confirmed at the moment by some great readers out there. Those are the types of individuals that, you know, I'm energy exchanging with, giving them, and when I see a good reading out there, I give them a fair energy exchange in terms of angelic Reiki, first of all to boost their energy, to give them a personal boost, also to boost their pages as well. So also from another level, obviously with this dark magic that's being thrown around the planet, like there's no tomorrow at the moment, and we're catching them all between us all. Like I say, I'm obliterating a lot of dark magic at the moment, and there are many methods of doing that. But what I want to start and do is teaching individuals how to protect themselves better, not just, you know, saging in the front of your readings, putting up, you know, these evil eye pieces of jewelry. You know, you've got different forms, selenite, for instance, great for cleansing out, channeling out negative energy from others. There are many different stones along the way, and there are many methods as well in terms of how to break it apart, just using simple words with intent to break apart the dark magic that's cast around the planet. You know, the angelic realm are watching over us all. First of all, they're helping me get to the bottom of what looks like a suspected murder, and it, you know, it was confirmed. I can't speak a lot about it because the case, like I say, is still ongoing, but I'm spotting people that could be potentially close to me that may have motive as well for seeing the back of my best friend in order to cause damage and have broken me, in order to then steal other people in my life or my career, or, you know, cause arguments between me and my family out of nowhere. You know, it's all been spotted. I don't actually know why they keep this up at this point, because we're all spotting it, and I just want to thank all the readers that are spotting this alongside with me to help others, you know, through it as well, because obviously as the mediums, we are the guides to spotting the unspoken. You know, it's not about what's in a reading energetically, it's about feeling the energy of the reader, knowing what the motives are behind that reader. Are they there for good intentions? Are they there to steal someone in your life, which is what I found in a few readers. I've also found other few readers of groupies, of individuals that have mused over me, that have sabotaged me as haters. Because plain and simple, you know, they're trying to copycat me or steal, or, you know, underhandedly do things and cause then a separation between myself and my twin flame. All spotted, all dealt with last night. So, you know, and in terms of policing investigation, you know, with CID, in terms of the dark web hacking my son, and, you know, obviously with what happened to me, I can't say much, but needless to say, it's all still under investigation. So just to give other readers a heads up out there that, you know, there is still a lot of dark magic being flung about. Since I dealt with it last night, by the way, we've not had one single energy drain in our house. What would happen is the energy drains, and then the arguments would start appearing out of nowhere, you know, obviously wanting to sever the cords between me and certain people in my life. So first and foremost, you've been caught. Secondly, if I catch it again, I mean, I am seriously considering pressing charges on those that are copycatting me, because that's not acceptable behaviour. You know, I'm not talking about 99% of the mediums out there. I'm talking about that little 1% that are hating on me. You know, loving me and hating me are two totally different things. You either love me or you hate me. There's no in between. If it's in between, that's manipulation, control and abuse. So it's equally something I won't tolerate within myself. I've had a life of it, so I'm not going to do it anymore. But the haters can hate, like I said. You know, I've got plenty more reasons for them to hate me yet, if they want to hate me. You know, because we are making some great changes for people on the planet. I have created a cure for cancer. that I'm working with others now on getting that more widely spread and aiding obviously the hospital, which I'm going to be going back into work shortly to holistically aid the hospital after cancer surgeries and stuff like that, as I was offered a job at our local hospital in doing holistic work and Reiki and stuff like that. So I'm going to be looking at things like that. Other reasons to hate me. Yes, I did bring to the attention of some very important people a corruption ring. That includes a paedophile ring that I've spent my entire lifetime trying to get to the bottom of because of a plethora of paedophiles were held within Shropshire itself. So, you know, all this now in my life, I know what I'm creating, and with Synergy, the novel as well, which I'm still looking at a TV series or movie in terms of getting that holistic healing out to the rest of the planet. It will tell a story of why the spirit realm, celebrities in the spirit realm came to me, well, the work that we've been doing the last 2 or 3, 4 years in the pandemic, and all the different things that culminate together, that, you know, my life in terms of mediumship. The documents were a culmination of my life working in care and support and mental health, care and support as well for others. The novel Synergy is now about my mediumship and a lifetime doing that. And the types of spirits, like spirits of serial killers I've had to deal with over the years and cross over. I told you briefly the story of the yellow-eyed demon that I had to cross over about 20 years ago yesterday. You know, there's so, and the celebrity spirits and those that know I've been passing on messages, and hello to you all out there. I haven't forgotten any of you. Your loved ones will be making a little cameo in Synergy at the request of your loved ones in the spirit world, because there's some important messages and why I started the work doing what I do. And if you have a think about the people in your lives that I will be adding to the novel and the work they did, you can understand now the reasons why these celebrities came to me from the spirit realm to work with me. And I've passed on messages to those different people in their lives as the spirits come across to me. Remember, of course, I don't see anyone as a celebrity. We're all human beings, you know. Well, some of us are starseeds, light workers, so we're not of this earth. But in terms of elevating people and planet for the better for everybody, we all work together. And the things that I started, they started as well. You know, the fact of Spirit of Freddie Mercury. I'm just going to give a couple of examples. Spirit of Freddie Mercury and the things he said to me that he wants adding to the novel. Obviously, the spirit of Princess Diana, who came to me on numerous occasions, even down to Boris's mum, who is a journalist, by the way, and Bowie and Chris Cornell, and there are so many spirits in the spirit realm. Chester Bennington, even Kurt Cobain made a brief appearance, which is a nice surprise for some people out there. Came to me in spirit, not just John Lennon and stuff like that. They all came to me when they all got bumped off, or they ended their lives, or they had cancer, or things like that. When their lives ended, and the work they were doing whilst in the living, they continue to spot in the spirit realm. So when these spirits come across to me, I don't see them as celebrities. I see them as people who wanted to create some change in the living while they were still alive. So I listened to their spirits. I passed on specific messages to their loved ones still in the living. And after that, you know, they did, some of them, you know, Freddie in particular was insisting I put him in the novel. And I'm looking forward to telling his story from the moment I spoke to him in the spirit realm, and what his message was for many out there. You know, there's a lot going into Synergy, and the reasons they're put in there, they will get a cameo. I'm going to change their names, obviously, to protect their identities, but those that knew them will know which parts of their characters. You know, it's a little cameo for them all because they all had a specific message coming to me. So you could see also why dark energy would want to stop those messages coming forward and draining me down to steal me, you know, my energy and my ideas for the work that I'm doing for many right now. So when I speak to individuals, I don't see them as celebrities. Never have. You know, I had quite a famous childhood, touring up and down the country, singing, you know, up and down the country because I was trained by an opera singer in, you know, why I become music, because of my own musical career and record contract I was offered at 17, but I never did it because of science and, you know, qualifications, pressures and things like that. But looking at the cure for cancer, isn't it just as well? So if my brother's watching this, hello Jamie, let mum know, thank you. Even though, you know, I would have preferred that record contract in terms of the trauma that I've lived through in my life. I would have much preferred the record contract at 17, but I didn't. I ended up choosing the intelligent career at 17, or, you know, was more gently pushed into it by mum. In fact, I wasn't allowed to quit at all. So, but it's just as well I did, because look at where we've got now. So, just to let those know out there, I am protecting as many mediums as I can from the dark energy that I'm being spotted, that are flung around. But if you are getting energy drains, like we said, use, you know, these evil eye pieces of jewelry, they're great. But there is so much more you can do to protect your own energy shielding with crystalline energy. You know, you start with the crystalline energy bubble. You know, you energy shield yourself. We don't energy shield ourselves with white light anymore, you know, because there are many levels of, you know, the 7 layers of angelic Reiki that I place. And then when I work with us, I add in, you know, crystal energy. I add in energy from the universe itself. I bring the blue colours and the pinks and the blues come down, and the purples, and they come down from the colours of the universe. I draw that down from the universe to place into individuals for protection and for holistic purposes of healing. You've got your different types of stones for healing as well and protection, you know, crystals. But when you do your Reiki bubble, shield when you do your Reiki bubble around yourself and your aura, and your aura is your Reiki bubble essentially, you know, your protective bubble, add your crystalline energy over the top. You're then adding layers of silver and gold over the top of that. You can add outward mirrors. There is so much you can do to energy protect yourself from dark magic. And my favourite of mine is putting an outward mirror out so it reflects the dark energy that is summoned to us by dark magic spelling. It's summoned onto us and back to them, return to sender. Cleanse, clear, release. Simple simple sentence. Return to sender, cleanse, clear, release. That's an important, powerful sort of affirmation you can use if you can feel that dark energy draining you. And you can tell I was drained by dark energy. Look at my energy now. I did some energy work last night on myself and my entire family, and obviously fans of fairy dust. Obviously, I'm protecting a lot of individuals in terms of who I'm working with, who I'm looking after in Shropshire and Shrewsbury, up and down the country, up and down the planet, you know, important individuals that all culminate a project together that creates better for many. So shielding is important. You've got your crystals, you know, you've got your clear quartz crystals. I've got several of these, you know, and they're important crystals for healing. That's why on my author's table, on my Reiki table, it's meant to be my author's table, but it's actually my Reiki table. I've got many, you know, crystals and stones, and, you know, we've got different types for different purposes, energy purposes. You know, we've got this one. This is one of my newer ones, which I'm still learning about. It's not Moonstone. I can't remember the name of it, but if anyone wants to let me know, let me know. I've got it written down somewhere. You know, you got your clear quartz for clear feeling. Again, you know, I've got much clear quartz around. I've got my angelic feathers that, you know, pop in and out the energy. I've got angelic crystal stones, you know. I even found this, you know, as I was walking, a sign from the universe, one of the best signs of the universe, where I am protected from the angelic realm. And it was actually created at a place called Trinity Church. And I was walking, took a walk to the local woods by me, and this was literally staring at my feet. So it came home with me, letting me know that we are always protected by the angelic realm. You know, in terms of hierarchy, we are protected by some seriously high vibrational angels, not of this earth. So, you know, there are many things you can do. You know, I've got my Himalayan salts here, keeping these things around. Himalayan salts, I mean, this was an old salt lamp that went boom. So, you know, I cleanse it down, I charge it up in the moonlight, and it sits on my desk and protects me that way. You know, the problem being is when they know they can energy track you. If you, like me, have difficulties with spine and legs and arthritis, I have psoriatic arthritis, which is a cousin of osteoporosis. So, you know, on the days that you're stationary, you're open to psychic attack because dark energy readers will summon dark energy to drain you, attack you, and then read you. To copycat and steal your own work, your own energy. And, you know, some people have even read it completely wrong. That's what makes it all hilarious. That's why I get fed up of it, and why I pushed my own confidence. And yes, all I needed was a little confidence. And I decided, right, everybody else has had their say before I even had my mouth open to who I am. As someone dear to me said, yes, I'm incredibly shy. Well, look at me now. I've decided to work on myself a little bit and my own energy and healing it all after the passing of Jim. And I'm coming forward now with the truth. So, you know, as the Capricorn male didn't exactly get everything right. You know, he did put my son's autism in a meltdown in a music video. He did various things that, you know, we were talking about at the time. Same as the Scorpio cusp Sagittarius. Important things were mused over at the time, which connects actually to a maternity scandal. Lips going blue, for instance, you know. And in one hand, I am a little bit miffed, to say the least, that they'd rather muse off me than come help me, and that they'll talk behind my backs in interviews rather than coming to talk to me. That's a little bit upsetting, to say the least. That means that lack of trust will be built, because if I talk about you all behind your back, you're not going to trust me. If you talk amongst yourselves and no one's talking to me, you're only making assumptions. You're not finding out the reality and the truth of how much suffering I've taken in my life. But one reader today amazingly picked it all up, how many haters I have. And to be fair, I don't give a monkey's about the haters. They can hate me for, you know, essentially creating a cure for the things they wanted me dead for. Yes, an attempt was made on my life, and it's still, you know, again, I can't discuss it, but it's all under investigation. So my part in this right now is I am protecting many from the dark energy that I've spotted. And, you know, you can't go through life, those people need to understand, you can't go through life stealing energy off others to benefit yourself, to steal off me. You can't do that. That's immoral. No matter which way you look at it. I have high morals. I know if I did that to someone, I wouldn't dream of doing it. Because number one, I just wouldn't do it. But if I went through life doing that, I wouldn't be sitting where I am today. You can't sit and say you're a great medium if you're going to talk about other mediums behind their backs. You can't. We've all got to work from the same page, and this is where the angelic realm and my spirit guides came forward, said we've got to make some changes in the mediumship community. Yes, I'm going to be hated for that too. Don't give a monkeys. I'm going on what my guides are saying, and I cannot step down from that duty of care holistically, mediumship wise, and for the people and planet. I can't. I'm not allowed to. That's why I was born in this lifetime. Why I knew my design and what it was going to be. And as the Capricorn said, yes, it was a lifetime in, in creating this. And it was my lifetime that people made money out of instead of helping me with a scandal that I needed help with. So either way, we have to move forward from this. I'm still trying to figure out how to forgive, the Scorpio and the Capricorn for that one, because that was pretty low down day to make money, as much as I love them both. And, that was pretty low down day to do that to me when I was trying to save a lot of children and their families, not just in Shropshire, but up and down the country. And then I spotted it around the planet. So there are many great changes we are all going to make together. So, and not one ounce of it, for me, I mean, yes, I know, I've had some great confirmations that the work I do is successful. We've already got 5 documents that prove it's successful. But the next stage is in synergy. I'm leaving one part of the industry, going into it, back into it another, and creating some great changes. I've done that on my own my whole life. That's the thing about all of this. I've been doing this on my own my whole life. I don't know how to be any different. I would love to be evil, but I never get to be because of who I am. And I spend a lifetime helping many. So again, there's a lot of false gossip going on out there about me that I thought it's time to address. And it's time to address it and put it to bed for good. And to make sure that it never happens again to another single human being. And I will go to great lengths to make sure that happens for many, for the better of many. In kindness and compassion for other beings. That's all I'm here to do, is do my job. As someone snided, just do your job. Still want to know why they had access to, why they couldn't get access to the dark web. And how many times they did slip in through the back door to access information about me. You see, I pick up on so much. I read, energetically read between the lines of what's being said, what's not being said. And I've been threatened and abused just about every way possible, and they can hate me as much as they like. So thank you, Tower Moment, the literal Tower Moment that many have predicted when it came to a Scorpio and a Capricorn. Essentially a tarot reader that confirmed all the haters, which then led me on to realizing a few other things today about my life as a muse. And as a woman, I'd expect better. A little bit more equality. Rather than, before I even opened my mouth, you lot made your minds up about me. And dark energy readers then, attached to the fact of who I was talking to, and then got jealous and attacked me for that too. I've been attacked every direction my whole life. Used to it. Used to getting the energy beatings from people. But the difference with me is I get back up and I don't tolerate it. This is side of me I've never even seen before in my life. The biggest fault Jim found with me is I get treated like a walking doormat for most of my life. Well, this time, after nearly dying of cancer and losing Jim to 4 ways of a possible murder, that I get back up and go, never again. Never, ever, ever again are they going to get away with this. So I smile, knowing that the karmic justice of all of that is coming for those individuals who dared use dark energy on a high priestess. A Piscean high priestess, no less, Piscean Casperes, that energetically protects everybody all day, every day. And, you know, they ain't getting away with it, because I can break that apart, that nonsense, within 5 minutes. But what I'm here to do is part of leaving that legacy behind one day, you know, when I pass away, when I'm in my 80s or whatever, you know, I get to leave a legacy behind by teaching it all to you. There's a lot people can learn still. I'm looking at a lot of, in terms of mediumship now and tarot readings, I'm looking in terms of ways forward, how we can elevate the energy of every tarot reader, how we can advance and evolve mediumship and tarot readings in the same way that I did within the health and social care system. I can look at every system on the planet and look and think, right, how can we create better? Because not everybody gets treated better. Most of us are left to suffer in silence on our own and being silenced by the corruption itself. So there are going to be some big changes to fairy dust this time, especially, you know, in terms of what I will put up with, what I won't put up with. That's all changing. And I mean that in the most loving sense of all. I'm not going to sit and take it. Many of you out there wouldn't. Yet you expect me to. I'm not going to take any more gaslighting either. So the haters that gaslight me can skip on to another universe with brass knobs on. Yes, I did say it. Sideways. Let the haters hate. But I'm still going to be here doing my job for people and planet and helping many. So that's not obnoxious. That's me being truthful. Because I've energetically been getting to the bottom of some snide comments made by readers. And there are some phenomenal readers out there. Like I said to you, 99% of the readers that I've come across energetically, as I've intuitively felt the readers match the energies that I've been picking up on. 99% of those individuals, spot on. Great readers, great energy people, and more than happy to energy exchange by handing over some angelic Reiki as a thank you. But those 1% of the snide comments make me go, this is the reason why tarot needs evolving. The tarot industry, the mediumship industry needs evolving. I'm not going to sit in a dog-eat-dog world out there where you're just going to sit and bitch about each other all day. I'm here to make a difference, alongside many mediums out there, many great tarot readers. We're all here for great reasons. We all work together for great reasons. And, you know, where I appreciate it, and, you know, I've asked 3 individuals to stop because all they're doing is creating bitchiness, lies and slander. And, you know, I did pick up on one of them had a character I played, the Little Mermaid, and the key in that is who sexually abused me as a baby. I picked up on that one was hanging. Like my best friend who hung himself. And currently why I'm sitting, looking, thinking, did they have a part to play? Because dark energy doesn't have to be sitting there with a book of dark magic reading out spells. It can be in the bitchiness comments. The dark magic can be attached to the comments of the readers. But then again, dark magic will go through the tarot reader community to create arguments there as well. So I'm trying to remain objective in all of this, you know, regardless of whether they're fangirling or they're groupies to the people that have mused over me or not. It's not about that. It's more about we should be creating better. And I do ask for better in terms of when you're doing readings about my loved ones, when I've already asked you to stop. And no, it's not a revenge attack, Hidden Gems, as I have picked up on, who you were communicating with and backstabbing me with. You see, I see all directions, as Erica picked up on. You ain't going to get anything past me. Because my guides work incredibly hard as I do. That's why I can sit here with a smile on my face after the end of nearly dying of cancer, knowing we did a great job as a team. Now we're ready to start the next stage of that great teamwork. And this time I'm bringing in mediums. And I'd like to place some of those great mediums, if they'd allow me to, into synergy as well. So as you all get to play a part, as we work together all day, every day. But I just won't tolerate bitchiness anymore from tarot readers and haters. So all my love to great readers out there. Not so all my love to those that I can pick up on energy-wise that are getting snidey or jealous or psychically attacking me or hating me. Let them hate. I'm still going to create great things anyway. Okay, so I will put an end to this video. I'll post this video up and then I shall go straight back into the tarot reading. So I've got to break in the energy. This isn't criticism. This is more what my guides have been encouraging me and helping me to figure out over the last 4 or 5 years that I've got to piece together. And as a collective, we've got to move forward from this. If we're going to create changes and elevate and evolve a planet, be prepared to face the fact that when my guides pick up on something, they really do expect me to message the people and say. So haters can hate. Those that love me, love me. I have no explanation for them. They don't need an explanation. And, you know, let's move forward and elevate this planet of people together. Because as far as I can see, and I can see for miles and miles, as the song, a certain song says, we got some great work to do together. So hello to those that are working with alongside me in creating these great changes for many. And as for the haters, you know what you can do. Create better. Instead of criticizing, create better. Lead by example. That's a great way I learn. Lead by example. I've spent 16 years being shy. I'm not doing that anymore. This is the new side of me no one's ever seen. Not even I see. Coming out of my shell for the first time in my life. But you know what? It feels amazing. So, all my love, and I will hit the record button in again in a second to start with today's reading. And we've got some great new readings coming in too. So, mwah.